Hello, Pisces. Welcome and welcome back to Pisces Network, you guys. So I got a channel message. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Very interesting. It may work in your favor to adopt this saying, but for a lot of you, I feel like this is not something that's going to work in your favor. It's kind of like something that someone is trying to tell you to possibly make you settle. But a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. 3:13 a.m. could be significant. 34, 35, 14, and 5 are numbers that could be significant. It's better to be content with what you have than to risk losing everything by seeking more. And I also heard Icarus because, yeah, wasn't Icarus the child, the Greek mythology of the child who was basically with the wings, you know? I always talk to you guys about the wings of Icarus. Yeah. Or Icarus's son or something like that. Somebody. But basically, they flew towards the sun and it was a big invention that now this, child could fly, but they flew too close to the sun and the glue on the wings basically melted and they couldn't fly anymore, but they were in the air. So they basically toppled to the ground. Interesting how that correlates with a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. So it's like it's kind of feeling to me like somebody wants you to like stay in your lane. Don't go out of your lane, but it's not in a productive way. They want you to kind of stay where you are. Basically, they want you not to progress so that either they can feel more comfortable or so that they can get ahead or something. It's like, slow down, Pisces. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. You don't want to do too much. You don't want to be too ambitious. And at times that advice may be helpful, but I feel like in this instance, it's because somebody wants you to kind of be stagnant or not grow. Now, I heard Dream Snatcher, which I didn't actually know was a real thing, but I looked it up and it's actually a book. It's a book that someone wrote. Now, a dream snatcher could refer to a person who discourages someone from pursuing their dreams, or it could also refer to a character in a book by Abby Elphinstone. And the book is actually called The Dream Snatcher. I ordered the book. It was like $5. I wanted to see what the book was about. So it hasn't arrived yet, but I was very interested in this topic for some reason because I heard a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, and then spirit gave me the words of Dream Snatcher. So it kind of feels like someone's trying to steal your dreams, like literally. It could be metaphorically, physically, or in a dream sense, like where you're sleeping and somebody's actually trying to like intrude upon your dreams or break into your dream space. Okay. But the Dream Snatcher is a character in this Elphinstone's book in which the Dream Snatcher has taken the character Maul's dreams and now wants her life. The Oracle Bones predict that Maul and her wildcat companion Griff are the only ones who can fight back against the Dream Snatcher's dark magic. Weird. I'm telling y'all, it was super creepy because I did not know this was a book. I just heard Dream Snatcher and that's what it was. Now, for whatever reason, you could be in a situation where you are the only one capable or powerful enough to fight a specific demon or to fight against a specific entity that's trying to basically steal people's dreams and therefore ultimately steal people's lives. And it could be because it's happened to you. So you may have the tools or the skills or the know-how, the knowledge on how to defeat this nefarious character. Some of you do have a cat or you have a pet that's your companion. Okay. But also dream stealers. These people may tell others that they can't achieve their goals and may be motivated by meanness or jealousy. They may not want the other person to succeed if they can't or won't. However, not all dream stealers are malicious, and some may simply want to keep the other person safe. For example, a small picture thinker may not be discouraging, but may simply have a limited view of the other person's options. That's what I feel like is going on here. It's basically like someone telling you that a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, because either they're trying to protect you and they have a limited viewpoint in life, or they have they're unable to see your vision. So they may be trying to keep you safe or protect you or watch your back. And it's good because their intentions are, somewhat positive, but it's bad because it keeps you stagnant, or it keeps you in a box, or it basically keeps you thinking small because they think small. So I would just be very mindful of who you take advice from, even if you think that that person is a good person, or even if you think that person loves you and cares for you. It's not saying that they don't. It's just basically saying that they may not have the vision that you have, which we've talked about recently. Okay. For some of you, it could be a person who really does not mean you well, and they want you to think, oh, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. So it's better to keep what you have in your hand than to go for those two birds in the bush. Because basically what the saying is that you already have a bird in your hand. Why would you let go of the bird in your hand to possibly catch two that are in the bush, and you might end up with nothing? So I feel that either someone is doing this on purpose to maliciously make you think that you're not able to do something, or that you won't be able to do something, or they're just innocently trying to protect you, but they don't realize that they're actually causing some type of hindrance or holding you back. Okay. Now, I wrote someone's attacking, but then I wrote attacked. So it could be something happening presently, or for some of you, something that's already taken place. So someone's attacking or has attacked your third eye. You could be feeling headaches, brain fog, possibly cold, like feeling cold in terms of your body, like you feel cold, like you need a blanket, or you could be like getting colds, or you could have skin breakouts. Now, I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or psychologist, so before you listen to a tarot reading from a stranger online, I would suggest that you contact your local practitioner for medical, legal, or financial advice, okay? Because that's not what I do. But what I'm telling you is, this is what I'm seeing. And it's because somebody is attacking your third eye. Whose happiness is more important? Question mark. That's what I feel you are asking yourself, or that's what I feel you should be asking yourself. Whose happiness is more important? Yours or theirs? At what cost are you willing to pay for acceptance or validation? This is another question. Spirit is basically posing these questions to you so that you can get clear on whatever action that you need to take, or however you need to move forward. Everyone is not your mother, positive or negative. So this is about mother issues. All of this is coming out with these messages. Everyone is not your mother. If you had a great mother and your mother was very loving and just a very good example of a person in your life, you need to know that everyone is not like your mother. Everyone is not just inherently good or inherently loving or kind. Okay. And if you had a negative mother figure, it doesn't mean that everyone is like that, like her as well. Okay. Now, after subjecting yourself to torture, you risk becoming the mirror image of what you despise. Wait. After subjecting yourself to torture, you risk becoming the mirror image of what you despise. So it's kind of like, Pisces, you may have been in situations recently where you've allowed a lot of people to make decisions for you in your life, or you've just allowed things to kind of just flow without really putting your hand on it. And that's kind of a way that you subject yourself to torture, either by self-sabotaging or by allowing things to continue that you know should not continue. But this is basically like the parts of yourself that you're healing, the parts of yourself that you're overcoming, the situations, people, places, and things that you've allowed to kind of like run amok in your life. It's like Spirit is basically saying that after you may have felt like you were in this victim mentality, or after you've dealt with so many things that you may have played a part in or allowed, it's like you can either choose to rise above those things and look at yourself in a more positive light, move in a better way for yourself, or you can choose to become that which is what you despise. And I don't think you're actually doing that. I don't think you're becoming what you despise, but I feel like there is a risk here for you to kind of revert into what has basically kept you down for so many years if you're not observant and careful of your actions and reactions. Now, 333 could be significant. If you're seeing a lot of threes, like 333 specifically, it could indicate that some type of imbalance is being balanced out. I also had the name Carrie or Carries. I heard eyes. So if you're having an issue with your eyes, you may want to eat carrots. But there could be like a business called Carrie's Carrots. I don't know. But eyes, carrots, and Carrie, the name Carrie. Also, you're going back in by choice. So if you've been in a situation where you feel like you've been kind of tortured, or you feel like life has been difficult for you and you have escaped said torture, like there's definitely something coming to an end when it comes to negativity in your life. It's like you're choosing to revisit it. Maybe you're choosing to recall it or talk about it, but it's like you're choosing to revisit it or go back into it in order to help someone else. It's like you're facing the demon again. And that kind of goes with like the Dream Snatcher book about Maul's dreams and Griff, the companion, basically being the only ones who can fight the Dream Snatcher. It's like you are snatching the Dream Snatcher. It's like you're choosing to go back into a situation that took so much out of you. It took so much strength for you to overcome the situation. It took so much fortitude mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. But you overcame it and you learned a lot from it and you evolved because of it. And there's someone or something that you see to where you have to go back into it. But this time is going to be different because you're equipped with the knowledge. It's not like you're going into it blindly. Okay. It's not like the first time you dealt with whatever this is, you dealt with it from a very naive kind of ignorance, that not that you're stupid, but that you just didn't know what you were about to encounter or embark upon. But now you're going into something with the knowledge that you know how to defeat whatever said thing is, or you know how to overcome whatever it is. So you're going into it with this newfound knowledge to where your experience is going to be totally different. And you may end up finding some type of gift or strength or having something benefiting you that comes from it. It's like, I kind of feel, what is that movie? It's on Netflix. I just watched it recently. I can't remember what it's called. But it's a movie about a girl and she gets married to this prince and her dad basically sells her to this prince and they end up throwing her in a cave. And there's a monster in the cave and she runs from the monster. She ends up escaping the monster, leaving the cave, and then finding out that her sister got caught as well. And she has to go rescue her sister because she's not going to let her sister stay there. And she chooses to go back into the cave, this time equipped with the knowledge of how to get out and what to do. And then at the end, it's kind of like this fearlessness that she has once she leaves the cave versus the first time she left the cave. It's like, yes, relief. I'm done. It's finished. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? But there's still that shadow that was behind her. At least what I picked up on metaphorically, there was still kind of a shadow of doubt, or there was a shadow of fear that was still following her, because it's like if she were to leave that first time and her sister never got dropped into the cave, she would have constantly kind of been like looking over her shoulder, either for that kingdom to come back for her or for, the monster to come back to her and like try to trap her up again, But the second time, by her choosing of her own volition to go into the cave, save her sister, and to face her fears, being creative and being very formidable as far as an adversary for the monster, she was able to basically walk out of the cave the second time with this feeling of confidence and like this assurance about herself, to where she knew there was nothing left. There's nothing to look back on. There's nothing to revisit. And I feel like that's a metaphor for what you're going through spiritually. I feel it's a metaphor for what you've experienced. And I feel like that's why it's been coming up in the readings, that you guys have something coming back from the past so that you can resolve it. And I don't think you should feel bad about whatever this is. This does not feel bad. It feels like you're supposed to redo something or revisit something so that you won't walk away from it with any doubts. Like the first time you got out of it, it's cool because you overcame it. But the second time is going to give you so much more power in what it is that you're doing. Yeah. Also, between 11:13 and 11:31, the long night is over. Kaleidoscope Dreams, which I feel like was a song. Who made that song? Kaleidoscope Dreams. Miguel, I think. Kaleidoscope Dreams. Kaleidoscope Dreams. Kaleidoscope Dreams. Let me see. Also, Coldplay has a song called Kaleidoscope. It's a lot of people. Yeah, Kaleidoscope Dream. It was Miguel. And it was on that album, Let My Love Adorn You. Let it just adorn you. He got a song on there called The Cat Is Mine, but it's not cat. Yeah, so Kaleidoscope Dreams, and then Cookies and Colors. Cookie cutter, cookies, colors. I know it sounds weird. It's going to resonate for somebody. I don't know. I'm just telling y'all what I heard. Kaleidoscope is like, okay, so if you look at his album in the thing, right? Like, wait, maybe I got to go back to it. Yeah, look at how it's changing. That's the colors. It's like a kaleidoscope of colors. I was seeing the kaleidoscope imagery, and then I was seeing colors, and then I heard the word dreams. Again, that goes back to the Dream Snatcher. So your dreams may get very vibrant in the near future. There may be a lot of food or things in your dreams, but let's just see. What are the messages for Pisces? The messages. Okay. All right. So the solution to whatever you're dealing with is just to work. Work. Focus on your work. Create quality work. Take advantage of opportunities that come towards you. I feel like the situation right now is you're realizing that you're on your own. You're realizing that you have to do something by yourself. I definitely feel we saw that Two of Cups reversed in the Eight of Wands while I was talking to you guys. And it feels like you are understanding that you may have dream snatchers in your life. You're understanding that you have people who possibly have a scarcity mindset or a poverty mindset that feel like you're doing too much or asking for too much or being too much in situations. But it feels like when it comes to, Knight of Wands, when it comes to the action that you need to take, you're doing things that make you happy right now. There could actually be a Virgo who is a problem, or an earth sign who is a problem. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I feel like you have to do something on your own, and that could be stressful. Could definitely be stressful for you. Ooh. King of Wands, Five of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah. I just feel like Spirit wants you to focus the majority of your energy on what it is that you have going on what you're working towards. because the people around you definitely could be wanting you to focus on them. There's somebody who's really selfish. I feel like they're single. They don't have any children. They're very selfish, or they're very young. Oh, excuse me. They're very young. This is starting to become apparent. I just heard Queen Apparent. So someone wants to be crowned, but the final decision has not been made yet, or it's like they're not actually crowned. I feel like someone wants happiness with you. I feel like you want happiness in your own life. There could be a Leo very strongly associated with this reading and whatever situations are going on. But I feel that the more balance that you have, the better off a situation is going to go. There's someone who's threatened by your independence, or they're threatened by your skills and abilities. It feels like they are wanting for you to put them at the center of your attention, but your attention needs to go elsewhere. And that's what Spirit is saying. Y'all be sure to like the video, you guys. Subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. Good news is coming, for sure. You see the truth of where your energy needs to go. You see the truth of what you need to spend your money on. You see the truth about who you need to spend time with, what you need to do. It kind of feels like there's a person who... How can I explain this? It feels like there's a person who... It's like they tell you to believe in yourself and they say all these good things about like what you're doing or possibly like who you can become. And it's tricky because it's like they're saying these things and you think that they're supportive or you think that they have your back, but their energy that's being kind of like given to you or that you're picking up on is a different story. It kind of feels like the obstacle is it's involving a person who is like acting like they're cheering you on or acting like they want you to accomplish your goals or acting like they're supporting you, but really they're only looking out for themselves. They really only care about themselves. Somebody could be trying to destroy relationships in your life. I feel like someone is creating a problem with like happy relationships in your life. Like it feels like this is a person who wants all the friends for themselves, or they want all the money for themselves, or they want all the relationships for themselves, and they want you to take like the scraps. But then they turn around and they're in your face saying, oh, how great things are for you. And, you know, it's like they're acting like they're supporting you, but in the shadows, they're not. I feel like this all boils back down to the action that you're taking or the ways that you are developing in this world. I feel like there's someone who's disappointed right now, but they want to be happy. There's someone who wants happiness. It's a strong Leo energy. This person really wants happiness in their life. Or they want to release some type of burden or pain that they feel. But I also feel like I also feel like they don't know how to do this or something like that. You could be moving or transferring or doing something. You're relocating, okay, to either a new state of mind, a new location, a new job, whatever. Something in your situation is changing. You're moving from some type of turbulence to some calm place, either mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually. And I feel that this is someone's like worst fear or their worst nightmare, that you move away or you leave or you kind of like move on from them, or you move on in general and they are like disappointed. It's like there's disappointment and happiness at the same time. And I feel like it's because of this forward progress or forward movement. It just feels to me that this is someone's worst fear. This is someone's worst nightmare. That you'll actually be happy, or that you'll actually move on, or that you actually won't have stress. Yeah, 9 of Swords. So it's like they feel like they have to sabotage you. See, someone has an issue with the fact that even though you may encounter stress or anxiety or drama, that you still succeed. It's like there's something about you being comfortable in an uncomfortable position. And it's like the bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. It's like someone wants you to settle for the bird that you have in your hand, but you're not happy with that. It's like you're not happy with settling, or you're not happy with the status quo, or you're not satisfied with just settling. But the fact that you're okay with being uncomfortable makes someone else uncomfortable. You really make someone else uncomfortable because you're okay with whatever discomfort comes from wanting those 2 birds in the bush and knowing that you can catch them. Wow. Yep. You're about to receive a lot of truth. There's a lot of truth and clarity coming through to you. Okay. I feel like there's also a lot of victories that you guys are being given, or that you guys are having. This clarity coming in is allowing you to see what you need to be putting your energy into, what you need to be working on, and how that schedule breaks down in your life. It's like because you're taking action on something, or because you're doing something ambitious, someone else is like threatened or worried about it. I feel like it's a Leo specifically. Whatever storms that you're encountering right now, I feel you're determined and very creative when it comes to the way that you're going to solve these problems, or basically sail through these storms. You're sailing through a storm. Capricorn and Leo is strong. Also Virgo, Gemini, Aries, and possibly Aquarius energy. I feel like someone could be coming towards you. And I feel like they're coming towards you because you're happy about something and they're disappointed about something. So be very mindful of the transfer of energy. Yes. The action that you're taking is creating a shift. And I feel like this action is you, like, okay, if somebody were to give you advice, kind of like in that reading where I told y'all go off, like somebody is saying, okay, go off, do you. It's like somebody is giving you advice, or they're telling you something that they feel like you should listen to. But it's like you're kind of like not listening to it. And that's not something that they're used to when it comes to you. I feel like that's not something that this person understands when it comes to you. They're used to you, you know, listening to them. They're used to you always being around to like follow their advice, or I don't know. It sounds crazy. It sounds like someone is upset because you're forging your own path, or because you're going your own way. I feel like someone is disappointed because you're moving forward in your life, or you're choosing to have peace in your life. and like be happy, and it's causing someone else to be kind of like upset or disappointed, because this is their worst nightmare. This is their worst fear, is for you to not stay stagnant. Their worst fear is for you to like shift gears or shift lanes. Their worst fear is for you to go your own way and do your own thing. Their worst fear is for you not to listen to them. Their worst fear is for you to have your own choices and decisions and brain in a situation, because now they can't manipulate your energy. Someone may come towards you, but someone's going to come towards you and act like they're happy and act like everything is okay, but they're actually not. Yeah, your intuition is telling you to move forward from something. Yeah. There's a burden that's caused you a lot of disappointment, or there's something that's burdening someone. The disappointment of a situation is heavy for someone. I feel like if you have literally relocated, someone is upset about it. Yeah, the Tower. All of a sudden, your intuition tells you to go or move or do. All of a sudden, the burden is lifted. Yep. So it seems like a Leo is going to come and communicate with you about something. Could be an Aries or a Sag, but it feels like all of a sudden somebody is going to communicate something with you because you're making some type of move, or you secretly moved and someone is upset about it, or you're doing things in secret and someone is upset about it. I feel like you could have also mentally moved on from a situation. Like you don't think about a person anymore. They don't pop up in your head. I feel like you want this person to be happy, but they don't want you to be happy. Because if you're happy, that means they feel disappointment. But it doesn't have to be that way. They're choosing for it to be that way. King of Pentacles. It's like somebody is worried about you being stable and secure, getting some type of promotion, or having a partner who's stable and secure. I feel like someone is trying to ruin a relationship in your life. Yep, damn. 7 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. Someone is planning on creating some type of discord or struggles in a relationship. You don't mind being alone. You don't mind being single in a situation. Somebody is like planning on siphoning your wealth or siphoning your energy, or trying to ruin something for you or make you afraid of something. But that's what the saying means. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. So whatever somebody is trying to make you afraid of, you may not need to like listen to them. You may not want to listen to them. You may need to like forge your own path. Because there's something that's happening to you, I feel, suddenly. There's a shift that's happening suddenly because of the action that you're choosing to take, possibly in secret, that's making a person worried about what you're going to do next, where you're going to go. Strong Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sag. Strong Leo, Capricorn. Yeah. Some of you are afraid to be like successful and accomplish your goals. So you just kind of self-sabotage things. And I feel like that could be the issue in a situation, is like you not self-sabotaging for your own benefit. And then sometimes you allow other people to self-sabotage you, or not. You allow other people to sabotage you, or you self-sabotage yourself. That goes back to that after subjecting yourself to torture, you risk becoming the mirror image of what you despise. So it's kind of like, if you don't want to settle in life for a relationship, a job, a career, whatever. If you don't want to settle when it comes to anything in your life, you can't become this person. You can't become the person who's trying to tell you to settle. You can't allow yourself to adapt or adopt that energy. You have to continue kind of like push yourself or do things that you've never done. Be adventurous. That's what I feel like the Knight of Wands is talking about. Because someone is trying to steal your dreams, or like maybe they're trying to become you so that they can have what they feel like you have, or they can have what they feel like you're going to get. But that's what I feel. It kind of feels like a situation where someone may be trying to tell you not to start a business, or they may be trying to tell you not to be with a certain person, or they may be trying to tell you not to move to a certain area or do a certain thing. But in reality, you see the vision more than they do. And because they can't see the vision for themselves, they don't want you to be able to see the vision. But they really want that for themselves. It's like they want to see the vision, but they can't see the vision. And they don't want you to see the vision, or they want to try to taint the vision for you so that you're kind of in the same position as them and they don't feel so alone. Yeah. A lot of cycles are ending. A lot of clarity is here. A lot of truth is coming, or that it's here right now. A lot of these truths are becoming self-evident. We hold these truths to be self-evident. The Constitution, something constitutional, or the constitution of something, what it consists of. Yeah, so because this cycle is ending, there's a lot of truth coming out. There's order and clarity in a situation. Some of you are having a victory in court. Yeah, and you're receiving abundance because of betrayals that you've experienced in the past. Yeah, look at that. There's the Three of Swords again. Ooh, dropping burdens. You dropped a burden and someone is upset about it. And you're focusing on what you want to focus on, your work, your school, your own relationships. Someone you were communicating about a relationship or a goal. It could be a relationship, a home, or a goal that you have. You communicated with someone about this goal or this relationship or this home. And I feel like someone was trying to sabotage it for you, or that's what they did because they were worried about you having more than them, or they were worried about you being better off than them. So they wanted to try to stop you from having whatever that was. But that's okay, because if it did cause any type of disruption, it wasn't meant for you anyway. It's kind of like, even though we say that what's meant for you is meant for you and no one can stop you, if somebody does end up stopping you, then whatever that thing was may not have been meant for you, or it just may not be meant for you right now because that person is around, and spirit is going to bring it back around. So when that person is not around, they can't sabotage it again. Yep. And it feels like a strong Virgo, possibly Capricorn, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, or Cancer. That could be the issue. Some of you are afraid to talk about what you want to do. You may be afraid to talk about your dreams or your goals to people because you're worried that they're going to try to sabotage it. So you feel like you have to do everything by yourself. That is something that's holding you back, I'm telling you. When your intuition tells you to go, or your intuition tells you to move, or your intuition tells you to take certain steps or action, I feel like you get burdened by disappointment that you feel could happen in the future. But if you were to communicate confidently and you were to express these ideas confidently and vigorously, I feel that there's a lot more success for you. So it's kind of like, yes, there are people who I feel around you who could be trying to hold you back, but you subject yourself to that if you want to. It's like, it's not necessarily that these people have power over you and you can't do anything. Yeah, look at that, the devil. A lot of toxicity is being destroyed in your head space, in your heart space, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, financially. But you have to see the power within yourself about how you can move forward and not have to worry about this sabotage. You have to see basically that there's going to be things that you don't see. It's kind of like, because you have the ability to see into the future and project into the future, you want to be secure with your choices and know everything that's coming, instead of like just kind of like taking the action and not knowing what's coming. But Spirit is saying it's going to benefit you more to just do things without worrying about what's going to happen, so that you can have the results of success. Because if you're so focused on who's going to trip you up and you're looking at the ground while you're walking, you're never going to see what's right in front of you. You're going to walk right past your blessing. So this cycle of toxicity is coming to an end, or that's what your focus needs to be on, is like this cycle of toxicity that's coming to an end. And the clarity that you're going to receive from it. So if there was any type of betrayal or anything that you feel like somebody tried to hold you back from, and you listen to them and you feel stupid, it's basically like saying that there's going to be positivity from that. You don't have to feel stupid. You don't have to feel dumb. You don't have to feel like you made a mistake. But what you do have to do is, moving forward, understand those types of dynamics so that you don't let it happen again. I feel like you're very determined in the near future, Pisces, to accomplish your goals. There could be a fire sign or an air sign who wants to communicate with you. King of Swords with the Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords with the King of Wands. There could be an air sign or a fire sign who wants to communicate with you. And it feels like a strong, like Leo. Possibly a Capricorn. I don't know. It definitely feels like the transmutation. It's just, that's what Spirit keeps saying. It's like all of this energy that's coming out, all of these things that are being exposed, everything that's being revealed to you, all of the people who are being put on Front Street and the spotlight is being placed on them for the choices that they made with you. All of that is fuel. All of that is gasoline. They want you to throw it on the fire and pretty much create this tower, this explosion. Somebody could be exploding or getting upset because of you basically putting an end to this devil energy. They're angry or upset about it. And I feel like they're leaving your energy and you're kind of like, bye. What else does Pisces need to know? Ooh, hidden truth. I told you. These truths are coming out. You are hiding from your true self in reverse, which means that you are no longer hiding from your true self and who you really are. You're being who you really are. That's the angel numbers. 333 is significant. You may want to set an alarm for 11:13 or 11:31, depending on, what you want to do. Also 313, I said earlier, and the numbers that are significant again are 34, 35, 14, and 5. Could be ages. What else does Pisces need to know? Stuck in the past. Yeah, whoever this is stuck in the past. Family, friend, foe, lover, whoever. Confusion and astral traveled your dreams. It just feels like someone is confused and stuck in the past. Or they had you confused and they had you stuck in the past. But you have the ability to have those out-of-body experiences, or because of your ability spiritually, you can see through that or see out of it. You saw your way out of it. A and B conversation. Look, seeing through the fog. Look at what I'm saying. Something is an A and B conversation, so you're going to see your way out of it. You're going to mind your business. And I feel like someone else needs to mind their business. Mind the business that pays them. Stop worrying about yours. Because that's what I feel. I feel like someone tried to sabotage a relationship that you had with someone who was actually good for you, or who is good for you. Or they tried to sabotage a job or a career or a business that's actually good for you, or make you feel like you shouldn't do it. Because a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, Pisces. That's what it feels like they did. Minding your business when they need to mind the business that pays them. And it's like you may not need to speak with this person. You may not need to talk to this person. And I feel like if you already have chosen not to do so, they are feeling very anxious about this. Yep, look, apology. I'm telling you, either you're telling someone they need to apologize, someone feels like they need to apologize to you, or someone is being told by another person outside of you and this other person that they need to apologize. You may realize that you need to apologize to someone as well, but overall, I feel like you're leaving it behind, leaving the past behind, because you were stuck in the past, but you're realizing that that's not who you really are. That's an outdated version of yourself. Or you had some type of wall up when it comes to like who, it feels like whoever you were in the past, someone was making decisions for you based on who that person was. And that's like, who is that? You're not that person anymore, but someone was trying to make decisions for you or trying to give you advice or trying to tell you what to do based on who you used to be, not based on who you are. I feel like you also realize how you could have been making decisions based on who you used to be and not who you really are. Because who you really are is the true version of yourself that I feel like leads you to your true north, helps guide you on your life's journey. I feel like you can apologize to yourself for not being who you truly are. Like any type of guilt or ignorance that you feel like you possessed or experienced or had to deal with within yourself, apologize to yourself. Write a letter to yourself. Apologize for not seeing yourself for who you truly are. But don't beat yourself up about it anymore. It's okay if you've made mistakes. It's okay if you've done things that were not necessarily the best. It's okay if you tried to, do the best that you could, but shit still hit the fan. At the end of the day, you had to go through those things because it was just meant. That's just what it is. And now you can close the door on it and you can finally let it go. I feel like if you feel that there's a person who you really want to be with or that you mess things up with, that person is going to want to communicate with you very soon. I feel like they're going to want to talk to you because this toxicity is like there's a cycle of toxicity that's coming to an end. We're currently dealing with it, Pisces. And if you've done anything wrong to a person or you've made any mistakes, maybe you have apologized. Maybe you feel like you wish you could apologize. You might not even know where this person is or how to reach them. But I feel like there's something that's going to happen that's going to bring order to chaos. There's something that's going to happen that's going to bring justice to injustice. So it's like if you feel like you need to make peace or create justice or make something right, Spirit will give you the opportunity to do that. And I feel like it's because all of the toxicity, all of the virus has to be removed from your existence. It all has to be thrown out. It all has to be extinguished or exterminated. I'm seeing something being sucked out. So like vacuumed. It all has to like go into that vacuum and leave what's supposed to be there. And then the opportunity will open up for you to make amends with anyone who you feel like you need to. And if someone feels that towards you, that's when it's going to kind of like happen. What else for Pisces? Emotions. Yeah. You may be experiencing a lot of emotions. Depending on the surrounding cards will give you the context of these emotions. Yeah, it feels very emotional, but it also feels strong. It feels like strength. Yeah, water sign and then sexual nature. Interesting. Things could be happening around you that are sexual in nature. This could be someone's sexual nature. And then a water sign. You, Cancer, or Scorpio. What else for Pisces? Excuse me. Y'all be sure to like the video. Ooh. Mean woman. A situation could involve a woman who is mean-spirited or very stuck in her ways. This could also be someone who is seeking some type of revenge. 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords. Yeah, I don't know who this is. You could have a friendship with this person, a business partnership with this person, sibling relationship. I don't know who this is. This could be your mother, since we talked about motherhood. But I was also getting a woman who's single, who don't have no children, or somebody who's younger than you. But it says a situation could involve a woman who is mean-spirited or very stuck in her ways, stuck in the past. I feel like there's a person who's going to apologize to you for trying to keep you stuck in the past or something like that. It's like whoever this is realizing that they can't keep you stuck in the past, or they're realizing that you're no longer stuck in the past, or they're realizing that they've been stuck in the past. And they're seeing you for who you really are. But they insisted upon seeing you a certain way. So it feels like a sister or a cousin or an aunt or a mom or, you know, a friend or somebody who it's like they grew up with you or they saw you grow up. This keeps coming out in like readings. I don't know what this is, but it's a part of you getting this toxic energy out your life. So it's like there's different facets of the situation. There's different dynamics, and there's different times where each thing like takes place. Magic is behind the current situation with this mean woman, and warning. This is a warning. You need to proceed with caution, or a situation could be dangerous. Yeah. Somebody could be trying to use dark magic against you. There could be a mean-spirited woman who's trying to be like, it's like she's trying to keep everything for herself. And basically, like, by you being around this woman, whatever spell work or whatever spiritual things that she could, it's not really spiritual, it's dark. Whatever dark things that this woman is doing could be kind of affecting you because you're around this woman. Like, whoever this woman is may not be targeting you specifically, but because you're in this woman's energy in the vicinity, you are affected by it. It's hitting you. It could be somebody who's specifically targeting you, but that's kind of what I feel. It's more so like because a person sees you a certain way, whatever mentality that they have of you is causing them to see you in a certain way when they do like maybe some type of ritual, or when some type of ritual or work takes place. You're going to see this person and you're going to see like how they caused you some type of disappointment. And because of their mentality of you, like I said, when they do whatever this is that they're doing, it ricochets and like boomerangs to you somehow. Like you're catching the boomerang before it could come back to that person. What else? Y'all be sure to like the video. Phone contact. Important phone call. You may be getting an important phone call or having an important conversation soon. Yeah. This mean-spirited woman may be very emotional or try to get you in your feelings about a situation. Or there's a lot of feelings that you have about this person that could come out in a phone call. Friends. This could be involving a friend circle and playing games. Someone could be playing games at this time. Make sure you have all the information about someone before moving forward. Let me take a screenshot. Y'all like the video, guys. Yeah, so you're getting a phone call from a friend. This person could be playing games, or they're going to tell you about someone who's been playing games. You could be getting a story from someone about a mean-spirited woman, but I feel like this could be a phone call from one of your friends who could be this mean-spirited woman. And she may be trying to get you in your feelings about situations or keep you stuck in the past. And you're going to realize this during this phone conversation. You're going to realize that this person is stuck in the past, trying to keep you stuck in the past, or like realizing that they can't keep you stuck in the past. What else for Pisces? Can I get one more card? Lunch. Something may be happening around this time. Something significant can happen during lunch period as well as in the afternoon. So this phone call is going to happen on your lunch hour. Possibly while you're at work or while you're eating lunch or in the afternoon. Holidays. A specific holiday may be important. So when's the next holiday? Juneteenth? I don't know. Whenever the next holiday is, while you're eating lunch, could be when you receive this phone call from this mean-spirited woman that's trying to put you in your feelings. Favor. Someone could be asking you to do a favor, or you could be asking someone to do a favor around the holidays. Even if this person apologizes, I just feel like you're done. I just feel like it doesn't matter what someone says or does. Once you see them a certain way, Pisces, it's like there's no going back. And that's one thing about Pisces that I feel like a lot of people like don't understand. I feel like people don't understand that once it's like it's hard for you to go back to that dreamy nature, or it's hard for you to see somebody differently after they've hurt you in a way. You know? It's like it's basically like I kind of feel a situation where you're realizing how someone sees you and you're like, really? Wow. Like that's how you see me? That's really how you feel about me? Wow, okay. Don't worry. It ain't no bad blood. I'm just not fucking with you no more. Like, that's really how it kind of feels. Okay, what else? Important time frame for Pisces spirit when it comes to these messages coming to fruition in March. This could have been something that happened in March very soon and in the summer. Wow. So yeah, this whole cycle coming to a close began in March. And now, Seven of Wands. You started building up a boundary with this person. You could have ghosted this person, or you could have just been very cold towards this person. But there's a lot of toxic emotions attached to this situation. And I feel like the action that you're taking now is causing there to be a major shift so that this situation can't affect you anymore. Like whatever ricochets are coming back to this person because of their actions, whether they caused it through spell work and black magic negativity, or whether it's just because of their actions and how they treat people, you're no longer going to be their shield. Wow. It's like you're basically, I'm not your shield anymore. If you want to settle for that, go settle for it. But that's not me. And don't make me try to feel like I'm crazy or I'm out of control because I don't want to settle for the bare minimum like you. You can do that. I'm reaching for the stars. So that's kind of what it feels like to me. That's why this whole situation is taking place, because this person was a dream snatcher in your life. Crazy. What's the advice for Pisces? Yep, the magic. You weren't able to see the magic within you because whoever this is was blocking that magic, or they were trying to block it, or you were being their shield. So it's like you couldn't even see your magic because you thought every bad thing that was happening to you was because of you. And it's crazy because it's like a lot of people get really vain and egotistical watching these readings. But Pisces, I know a lot of y'all are not that way. I know a lot of you guys, I've said this several times to y'all. I love you guys so much. For those of you who come in and you support and you like the videos and you donate and contribute and you comment for the algorithm and all that stuff. I really appreciate y'all because that you guys are the ones who I read for. And no matter who tries to use my gifts in a negative way, they can't, right? Because it's not going to actually work out. So it's kind of like a situation where I feel, were beating yourself up more because it's like you were in this mindset of like, yeah, sometimes sometimes I might, ask for water at the restaurant. And then when I get to the fountain drinks on the other side of the wall where they can't see me, I put a little Sprite in there. You know what I'm saying? You be like, I could have, done this or done that. Like, you really try to be objective and you really try to see where you mess up or to see where you've done wrong or to see where you could have, made improvements in a situation to the point where you're stuttering and second guessing yourself and you're kind of stalling out because it's like every little thing. You're evaluating every little thing that you do because you don't want to upset anybody or you don't want to make anybody mad. But it's like people still end up being mad and then you're confused and you don't know who you are because you're like, am I making the right decisions? Am I making the wrong decisions? Then you may do something bad because you feel like fuck it. And then you regret it later. But it's like you're so critical of how you come out to other people, how you make other people feel. You're so critical of how you show up in the world and the vibrational ripple effects that you create, that I feel people, they see that and then they use it to their advantage to try to get you to do things for them or to try to get you to use up your energy on them or to try to get you to feel bad when really it's like to boost their ego. They do this to you. And it's like you kind of let them. That's why I was saying what I was saying before. It's not necessarily that you should feel bad about your actions unless you've done something that's really bad. But it's more so a situation where you need to recognize where you were subjecting yourself to torture. You need to recognize where you were subjecting yourself to some type of negativity from a person, or to some type of, beat up hazing in a situation. And, it's like somebody was beating you up from behind and hitting you across the back of the head. And then you were taking all of, like, whatever they were shooting out past you was coming back to them, but you were standing in front of them. So you were getting hit with their karma, and you were getting hit with, like, their abuse or attacks. And it's like, now you're stepping out of the way, and you're seeing, as you step out of the way, that all of this crap that you've been absorbing wasn't actually coming towards you. Wow. See the magic within you, Pisces, okay? The magic is within you. You can do whatever you want to do. Rebel. Don't just rebel to rebel, but rebel because that's what you wanted to do in the first place. Yep. Don't take the bait. And transformation. You're transforming. Your rebellion, you're choosing to basically not give energy to this person, not give time to this person, not spend money on this person, not give anything to this person, or you're switching your focus to whoever deserves it, or whatever this is. Because of that, it's leading you to this big transformation. And Spirit is basically telling you, don't allow somebody to make you feel bad about your choice or bad about what you're doing. And I hope that helped you guys. Y'all be sure to like the video, subscribe, donate to the GoFundMe if you can. You will be entered to win a free reading from me, yours truly. And we're going to do it on Lionsgate. So the more you donate, the more chances you have to win. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. There's good news coming soon. Okay. And I will see y'all next time. Remember, this is our Circle Boost. Bye.